Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the live stream. We are doing a new game. I actually got it over the Christmas season. I actually got it for my son, who thought it was too difficult, given at this point he's 8. And he liked it so much that he wanted me to play and watch it. So I played it on the fairy tale mode, which is just the super easy mode. And then I played it on normal mode, the way the game was originally designed. And it's pretty challenging. And it sort of fits the aesthetic of what I go for on this channel. Very much so. Even though it's anthropomorphic animals. It's interesting because this style of art isn't really fantasy, okay? Like, it is, but there's historical premise for it, especially in my own culture, Anglo-Saxon culture. Obviously, I'm from the U.S. now, but trace my heritage all the way back, as far back as we could go, which went pretty far back, actually. So something like 1608 is how far back we were able to go. Like, pretty much as far back as we could. And clearly of Anglo-Saxon descent. Mostly England and Germanic tribes, stuff of that nature. So it very much fits. But there are surviving examples, especially among a particular thing I'm sure maybe you've heard if you like medieval history, the Sutton Hoo helm, which was a big Anglo-Saxon discovery where they were able to repiece together this very old helmet. But there was also several other things in there. And we have surviving examples of zoomorphic animalistic artwork in medieval history, specifically among Anglo-Saxon culture and from artisans. So it's really neat. This I really, really like. It's actually really fun. It's like a metrovania game. It's difficult, almost soulslike from that perspective. Like, it's interesting. I apologize for having to blow my nose. I'm still getting over a cold, but here we are. Yeah, so it's definitely very interesting style of game, and I fell in love with it. I couldn't put it down over the week that I was here. So it's very, very cool. I'm hoping you guys enjoy it. It didn't take me long to actually beat it in fairy tale mode. Only a couple hours, like 5 or 6 hours. The normal mode took me, I think, like 9. But we are going, and I didn't do the DLC, as you can see right here. Now I have the fairy tale mode save on my son's Switch. But we're going to do the hardest mode, which is bloody Whisker mode. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. So we're going to see, excuse me, how I do. For players looking for a more intense combat challenge, enemies have more aggro, do increased damage, and have more health. Not recommended for first playthrough. So we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully it goes well. I don't know.
For centuries and longer, rats have fought tirelessly to repel the incessant frog invasions. Peace was only ever short-lived. Until finally, a young monarch rose to power. King Rattus, first of his name, unified the Rat Kingdoms under one rule.
First off, I love King Rattus's sword. It's an Alexandrian type 18C, I think, longsword. Beautiful. 15th century longsword.
Families flourished, and the magnificent Crimson Keep climbed ever
Hey,
higher
Dila
toward the
and
sky.
Satana. Oh, Satana, thank you so much for
But as
the
time passed,
resub.
King Rattus the Savior
39
grew
months,
old,
man. That's great.
and
I actually
the
also
kingdom
see
vulnerable once
Dila, you
more.
resubbed as well.
His
So thank
people
you so
grew
much,
anxious.
guys.
Some claiming
You're like
to
the
perceive a
OGs of
faint
this channel.
odor in the air, Greenwort had returned with a ferocious vengeance, amassing an army of unfathomable scale. He burned everything in his path towards the Crimson Keep. King Rattus gazed down upon his withered claws, barely able to hold the crown. He had little hope wielding a sword. So it was decided the crown should pass to Whisker's new. Arise, young prince, for the kingdom needs a hero. And so, your tale begins.
Okay.
When his squire woke him with this god-awful noise, the young prince was dreaming about this day, just like he had for months. Now it was here, he better be ready.
Oh, I love this art style. It's so nice. It's very, very cool. All right, let's activate. Okay. Okay, I can put on this. I have variant helm forms. I'm gonna put that on. I bought the DLC pack, so I have some like additional armor. So again, just like other Souls games, you'll see there's a weight limit, and you'll fat roll. That's why I said it's kind of Souls-like. So because of that feature. So let's see. These are both light. That's a variant form. Oh. Honestly, this armor's probably the better armor for right now. Frog resistance puts my weight up a bit. Still considered a light. I have this shield, which I like. We also have a medium shield, which does put my weight up a bit, but I'm still under that first threshold. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, these see these red borders? That's the Crimson Knight DLC pack. It was like $1. The game, as of right now, is on sale for like $7 on Steam, Xbox, PS5, all of that. It's really cheap. But now that might change later on. Okay, wait. But there was a DLC pack that just adds like this different looking skin set. I bought it because it's like, why not? Again, I apologize for my voice. I did lose that. I am dealing with sickness. So. Okay, hit my controller. I am worried about how difficult this is because I actually did note how difficult the game was in just going from fairy tale mode to normal mode. Like it
if
jumped
he'd known
up
how
a lot.
unlike a dream today would be, he might have stayed in his bed.
So this is a really cool area. This is, as I unlock weapons and armor, they show up in this area. You see, like right here, there's these shields and stuff like that. They'll show up here, which is really cool. This becomes my armory. And all the weapons and armor in the base game show up in this room. It's really, really cool. Doesn't really serve any other purpose other than it looks cool. That's the secret room. Okay. Downstairs. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, I can't. Save point. Sometimes it gets a little confusing because if the narrator doesn't do much, the clues you get are only those little speech bubbles with some vague picture reference. So this is like, good morning. So each one of those
had ever wanted was to prove worthy of his father's crown. He might be the smallest brother, but if he was prepared, he thought he had some small chance.
So each one of these things tells us, he's like, good morning, and then it's showing, he said, the next image said that, you know, you and your brother will fight, that's the two crossed swords, and whoever wins becomes king. Go find some food, and then go do some task in the armory. Obviously, having played this already, I know what it means, but that's kind of what it's telling me. Oh, so yeah, you can talk to this guy and get a little bit more hint if you forget what you're doing. Unlike Souls games, there's not really levels, though. That's why it's probably more like a metrovania style. Food does increase your health. If you watch my health bar, it will go up when I craft some food. Oh, no.
Redgi's brother, the chef, offered a fine menu. But after Dennis had eaten, there was no food left. Chef would need new supplies from the cellar if Redgi wanted a decent breakfast.
That's my brother right there. He's so much bigger than me. Down we go. Carrots. A nutritious staple in many a rat dish. The chef should be able to use this in his recipes. Break some barrels. Get some items. All right, we got our red ripe berries. Chef should be able to use this.
The bard had found the last of the summer raspberries in the bare basement. The bard was quick to offer one, even though they weren't his.
Bug parts and steel are your primary currency in this game. They cap out at 99, so you'll probably, especially if you kill a lot of stuff and search around, you're going to cap out pretty early. Gold coins are used to advance the storyline and buy some cosmetic stuff later. Oops, accidentally went back. So throughout your journey, you'll find those different food items. You'll be able to craft them here.
He had the ingredients.
Your health is going to go
His
up.
brother,
Watch my
the
health
chef,
bar as I
would
eat
make
it.
you a feast fit for kings.
So as you advance forward, your
Or
health
so
bar
he
gets
says.
higher. And
Redgi only ever
makes
gets
you a
his
bit more
brother Dennis's
survivable.
leftovers, so he wouldn't know.
As you can see, this is the first map. This is the Crimson Fort map. It's pretty long, but this is the Crimson Fort. Now there's several different places we'll have to go. Okay. I don't need to talk to the king anymore. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, now he's telling me to go up and do the notice board upstairs. Okay. The controls are really tight. I really like, especially for combat, very, very tight. Very cool. The one complaint I would have, and it's not really a complaint so much, it's this issue of when you interact with the environment, there's these places where you can interact with the environment, and it's really cool. Like, I really enjoy it, how you interact. But there's not a grace period. You know how some games, like when you have to hit X to enter an area or whatever the case, if you go a little past it, your character kind of walks back and uses the door. This game isn't like that. It's very pinpoint. There's a window of opportunity to hit the button, and that's your only window of opportunity is right there, right? If you miss it, then you have to turn around, backtrack. There's not a grace period where it feels good to hit a button like you're not going to miss it. Like it's very precise. So I've missed opening doors several times. I'm going to wear that. It does push my weight up to the first weight threshold, so I'm no longer lightweight, but I'm not slowed down too much.
His brother, the smith, could forge armor and weapons to see off any enemy. He'd make some for Redgi, if the young prince could find blueprints for a rat of his stature.
Dummy training. All right, before the trial can begin, Redgi needs to warm up. The training dummy shouldn't put up too much of a fight. Red attacks cannot be parried. Yellow attacks cannot be dodged. Teaching you the basics of combat. And for those who are watching the live stream now, don't worry, I'll be returning to my normal live stream soon. This is a fairly short game. Might get a couple streams out of it. A few videos on YouTube. That's probably about it. I just felt like a little break, something fun. And I really wanted to share this with you because I really like it and it fits the aesthetic of both my channel here and my YouTube channel later, so it will become a series there. Okay, Dennis.
His eldest brother didn't think Redgi could hit a target, even if it was standing still. But Redgi had been training hard.
Got my bug
Freshly
juice.
squeezed bug juice. Drink of champions. Nothing better after a long fight.
Okay. Basic
The
attacks.
training dummy's red attacks were too strong to block. It was fast. But Redgi could be faster.
It's just teaching you how to dodge. Yeah.
Not even Redgi could dodge the dummy's yellow attacks. His only hope was to parry with his trusty shield.
The timing on these are really fun too. Like you're gonna see, the timing is to do the parry.
The dummy's final attack shook the ground. Redgi had to dodge to remain unscathed.
Big attack! I did it! Oh, I'm supposed to use this to heal up. Cool. Fill my bug juice back up.
Dennis was impressed. If Redgi could just grow another couple inches, he might even have been worried.
It's cold in my room, which is strange, so gotta do what I gotta do here. Okay. Great. Oh. Apologize for the slight delay as I put on some warm socks. Okay, back. All right, so we did that. So now we are ready. Oh, side quests complete. Yeah. Oh, the trial grounds have been prepared. The kingdom has arrived to see who will be the new king. Okay. This is the only place where you can change your armor at. So, like, when you get new pieces of armor and weapons, you can only do it at these chests. Like, you can equip it when you first find it, but if you send it to your store, you can only do it at these chests. Thankfully, they're fairly common. Generally, at every save location, you'll find one. Generally. Actually, before I do this, going to save real quick, and I need just a quick 20 seconds to use the restroom. 1 second.